Okay, I'm doing my video tonight on the phrase, God's love is forever. And I noticed that in Hebrew Gematria, it equaled 1951, which reminded me of the word see. If you take the letter S as the 19th letter, E is the 5th letter, A is the 1st letter, so 1951. And when I was looking up scriptures about his love being forever, I was led to Psalms 136:13, which says, "To him who divided the Red Sea asunder, his love endures forever." So I thought it was interesting. I was looking up about his love being forever, and it led me to the word sea and the number 1951. And it talked about how he divided the sea. So if you take this number and you divide it, then multiply it, it's going to equal 969. If you've been watching my videos, I talk about this number having to do with the stopping of time, how that pi equals 69. Then you see 69 going backwards. Pi representing time, so it's time and antitime coming together. Heaven and earth coming together. And God's going to make a way out of time for us. He's going to divide time, and time is going to stop. And if you look at the words, excuse me, my cat's playing with a paper over here. Sorry. All right, back to the sea. So the Red Sea, God divided the Red Sea. So if you take the word red, R is the 18th letter, E is the 5th letter, D is the 4th letter, then you get the 1951. You add those two numbers together, it's going to equal 3,805. Added to the verse 5,083, it's going to be 8888, which has to do with the word stop. And if you take the word stop, shrink each letter to its smallest value, like S is the 19th letter, 1 plus 0 is 1. I don't know if I said that right. S is 19th letter, 1 plus 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. T is the 20th letter, 2 plus 0 is 2. You do the other way across, then add it to its reverse. Think of time and then anti-time. The two opposites coming together. They're going to work together just like the two wings of the gray eagle work together so the bird can fly. It's the same way with time and anti-time. When it comes together, it's going to make a way out of time. It's going to work together. So you get your 4 8s, just like over here. It has to do with the stopping of time. And what's interesting, if you take the numbers of the scripture, like Psalm equals 61, then you get the 136 and 13. Take all those numbers and multiply them together. It's going to equal 324, which has to do with stopping time. Stop time, if you take each letter, shrink it down to its smallest value, then multiply all the letters, all the numbers together, it's going to equal 30,240. Drop the zeros, you're going to get the 324. So it has to do with the stopping of time. It also has to do about how God's love endures forever. And if you take just the chapter and verse number, multiply the numbers, 1 times 3 times 6 times 1 times 3 is going to equal 54. And the word love equals 54 in simple gematria. So I just thought that was interesting, how that phrase led me to the sea, then to the scripture, how the numbers come out having to do with the number for love, because love equals 54, and how it's all connected to the stopping of time. So I just thought that was interesting, and I thought I'd share that with you, and I hope you have a good night.